What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber. As always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I got a story for you that broke yesterday, which occurred on Thursday, but it's not good, man. It's not. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's messed up when you're a piece of crap person. When you're a piece of crap parent, that's like unacceptable. Babies don't ask to be here, nor do they pick you as their parents. Bringing a child into the world is a tremendous responsibility. It's a blessing, but some people treat it like it's a curse or a hindrance on their own personal well-being and way of life that they want to live. If you don't want a damn baby, don't have it. That's how I see it. You see these two people up here, man? This story right here out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out Sin City. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out. The father's name is Jacoby Robinson. The mother's name, well, Jacoby Robinson's 24 years old. I think he have some sense. The mother is 23-year-old Deaja Smith. That's a nice name. I ain't gonna front Deaja. These two people, ladies and gentlemen, reported their baby missing late Thursday evening around 7:35 p.m. This Thursday that just passed. Reported the child missing. Police, everybody, got the helicopter looking from the air, asking neighbors in the development they living in, people searching around. Come to find out, 1 a.m. in the morning, the next day, Friday, this past Friday, not even 6 hours later, this little boy here, Jacoby Robinson Jr., 2 years old, guys, his body was found in a dumpster in downtown Las Vegas. Make it make sense. You can't. Take a look at this video. And we're going to come back and do what we do, man. And whoever got a problem with it, going to have a problem with it. Let's go.
8 News Now breaking news alert.
Breaking now from our 8 News Now investigators. A 2-year-old is dead. His young mother arrested. Thank you for joining us at 4. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
And I'm Brian Loftus. The baby was found in a dumpster near 15th and East Charleston. Our 8 News Now investigators were on scene where police were canvassing, and Kyle Payne broke the story earlier on today. Kyle now live in studio.
Kirsten, Brian, we were working 2 stories today. First, a missing boy, just 2 years old. And then news of what police called a suspicious death overnight in the very same neighborhood. And it turns out to be the same case. That missing flyer saying 2-year-old Jacoby Robinson Jr. went missing around 7:45 Thursday night in this neighborhood near 15th and Charleston. All quiet Friday, even at Mayfair Place Park. But police appear to be conducting their search overhead in this chopper, which was circling that same neighborhood, and on the ground as these uniformed officers gather behind a block of townhouses, where neighbors tell the 8 News Now investigators police knocked on their doors looking for home surveillance video. And this woman in those same apartments saying police also asked.
With the chaplain, they said if we need a prayer. So I said, no, I'm fine.
Why would you need a prayer?
Because they said something happened in this neighborhood, but I didn't, I don't know exactly what happened. But when I came home this morning, there is a yellow tape, around.
No yellow tape Friday morning. There was, though, in overnight hours, which an 8 News Now team captured. And this neighbor telling me in Spanish that police asked him about, quote, the kid, and whether the building had cameras, which it did. That mother, 23-year-old Deaja Smith, is being booked into the Clark County Detention Center, facing open murder charges. Kirsten, Brian.
Thank you, Kyle.
And we have also reached out to the Clark County Coroner's Office for the cause of death of the child. We're awaiting that information. The boy's mother is facing additional felony charges in addition to that murder charge.
We're learning more about what led up to a 2-year-old's body being found in a dumpster in downtown Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us on Channel 13, live at 4:30. I'm Jaewon Jung. The child's mother, 23-year-old Dejaya Smith, was arrested and made her first court appearance today. But we found out the child's father, Jacoby Robinson, was also arrested. He's currently facing a child abuse charge, but a prosecutor revealed he will also be facing a murder charge. The prosecutor told the judge the child was whipped and beaten by the parents.
There are some very concerning injuries to the child's body. There's a pattern of abrasions on his genital area consistent with banding from some rubber bands officers saw in the home.
The pair will be back in court Tuesday. Originally, Metro Police were responding to the area near Lewis and 15th at around 8:30 Thursday night because of a missing child report. At 1 o'clock Friday morning, police found the 2-year-old's body in a dumpster on Lewis near 13th.
All right, guys, let me read this small article real quick about these trifling fools. I want you to see something real fast. It says, early Friday morning, Metro Police said officers located a body on Lewis Avenue and 15th Street just before 1 o'clock a.m., less than 6 hours after they reported him missing. And homicide investigators were sent to the scene. Police did not initially release information connecting the two cases, however. The police event numbers for both cases are identical. In court, prosecutors said Robinson allegedly admitted, this is the father now, admitted to being in the apartment at the time the child was beaten and whipped. Prosecutors also alleged that Robinson was with the child after the beating, listen closely, and saw the child throwing up and helped the child, said Robinson Jr., get the vomit out of his mouth and his nose before he went back to sleep. Prosecutors say the autopsy of Robinson Jr. is ongoing. However, they have been notified of very concerning injuries to the child's body, including to his genitals and injuries to nearly 100% of his body from being whipped with a cord. Both Robinson and Smith are being held without bail and are scheduled to appear back in court on Tuesday. Now, what kind of parents would do that to a 2-year-old child, beat him from head to toe, and then damage him in the general area? I'll tell you, ones that don't want to breed, dead ones, I'd get them out of here right now. In one of the news articles I seen, the boy, they don't know who beat the child. They're both charged with the same things. But before I get in there, I'm going to get back up to this one part right here. It was a confusion when this whole thing was reported, because they reported the child missing at 7:45 on Thursday. Later on that night, when the body was found, they had identical numbers on the case file. And people didn't understand because they had found the baby. But going back to what I was saying, the guy, the father, I wasn't there. That's what he said at first. I wasn't there when it happened. Video evidence places him at the scene. Once he's placed at the scene, all of a sudden, he recants and says, I was there. I was there. See the games? There are people out here that are just having babies because it's a natural bodily function or a result of them lusting for each other in a sexual way. That right there needs to be a crime in itself. When you have a child and you choose to bring a child into the world, any lack of irresponsibility on common sense things relating to the growth and development of that child need to be on you. Whatever happened to that child is your responsibility. That child dies under your watch doing something crazy, you should face some type of penalty. That little boy, Jacoby Robinson Jr., has grandparents, has cousins, aunts and uncles. You could have gave him to somebody instead of beating him like a fucking slave and sitting him in a goddamn dumpster, cooking in 100 and something degree heat. You know Vegas is hot in the summer. Another thing I think is this. And it's just me. When they did that thing about him being missing, I wouldn't be surprised if he was in the house. Then once they seen how the investigation was going, like in another video I did out there in Memphis, where, you know, a special needs young lady, I forgot her name, was beaten to death by the boyfriend and y'all remember, and the mom watched it and then put the girl in trash bags, said she was missing, and then later on, they find her in trash bags. Same type of stuff. I'm sure that baby probably was in there. They was watching the whole process. Okay, they searched over there. All right, nightfall, we'll move them. They doubled back, baby in the dumpster. That's my honest opinion. Or hell, the baby might have been out there, but I don't see them not seeing it in the beginning if they searched that area. Trash people. Who takes a baby and goes through the motions of going through pain and all of that stuff, and 2 years of being with this child and bonding with it, only to do that to it at the end and say, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. Fuck this baby. It's not a human. It's a piece of trash. When all along, what you did was that to that baby was a reflection of how you feeling it inside your own fucking self. Stuff like this, they should not be sitting in court. And then there shouldn't have to be no tax dollars or any type of money going toward feeding people that couldn't take care of their own kid and didn't want to in the first fucking place. You beat him from the soles of his feet to the top of his head. And what the hell is up with always doing something to the kid's penis? Putting rubber bands on his dick. Hear me out, y'all. Parents did that. Parents fucking did that. You assaulted his genitalia. Who y'all think did that? The man or the woman? Seems like a lot of times when they torture these babies, these little boys, they always go to the genitalia. Why do y'all think that is? And you put that in the comment section, because I'm sick of this type of shit. I bet you if you seen their Instagrams or their social media accounts, they was this shit, making it happen. A lot of times, hypocrites. Ooh, my son. Ooh, this. Ooh, that. Father of the year, mother of the year. I love my baby. You use them when they cute for publicity and attention. But when it's the real work come and they get to getting mobile and walking around and desiring things and all this other stuff, and it takes away from your selfish life, then you want to eradicate the burden that you created. That's a life. You beat on him like a fucking slave. Threw him away like he was nothing. Your kid. The fuck out of here. I'm telling y'all, this is real rap. I'm dead fucking serious. Shit like this, people would get arrested and you would never hear no more about them. You would never hear no more. I have a big ass blender or some type of engineering marvel of a device that liquefies people in and out. And then I just recycle their bodily fluids or whatever and turn them into mulch and continue growing the earth. I'd recycle them. You know what I'm saying? It'll be quick. It'll be fast. It won't be no suffering. Just, you know what happened? All right, get your dumb ass in that thing. Turn it on. Ooh, I'm sorry. Shut the fuck up. Boot in the ass. Down you go. The fuck is wrong with people, man? What is wrong with people? Look at the way the world is right now, guys. I want you to really sit back and think. Look at the way the world is. Children are getting wiped out, no matter what age they are. If little Jacoby Jr. wasn't taken out in the way he was taken out now, depending on his parents and who made him, he could have been lost in a domestic violence situation where he wasn't deemed the intended problem or threat. But he damn sure was one of the victims and became targeted because people are arguing amongst each other. And one decides, you know what, let's wipe the slate clean. And it includes the fucking kid. mass shootings, a bunch of thefts, innocent people being targeted in public with some of the most heinous crimes. Stuff like this, where children are getting destroyed. We don't know what he could have been and his contribution in this planet as far as being an inspiration to somebody else, or just a good person that invented something to help us all. We'll never know, because his potential was destroyed by the very people that brought him into this planet. So that's the thing. When you bring a baby into this world, it's not just your kid. You blessed with, putting the best of you in that child. But a lot of times there ain't no good in in a lot of people. And this is proof of it. The man was going to sit up there and act like he wasn't there and let it fall on the woman when both of them were the abusers. I want you to think about that. A lot of you young ladies out here that's flexing on Instagram and showing off on social media and chasing behind guys that are waving red flags. Hell, they waving pirate flags. This is the outcome when you follow a man that can't lead. When I was 21 years old, man, I was lucky because I was raised by my grandparents and I had a good example of what a man is and moving forward in life and what family was and responsibilities of you being a man, that everything around you is under your control. And if you can't control it, you don't need to be with it, or you move on. This is what happens when you follow men with no leadership. At 21 years old, he or she 23, and the man is 24, I had more sense than them. And a lot of you had too. 21 years old, 24 and 23 years old, compared to somebody that's 18 years old just coming out of high school, is a huge step. These people have been adults for 5 and 6 years respectively. They get no excuse and no fucking pass. When it's time to pay, it's a pound of flesh, no more, no less. Get them the fuck out of here and show them the flowers every time. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Justice for Jacoby Robinson Jr. I'm out.